It's an awkward angle for a right-hand player, but that's not an excuse. There's really no excuse to be off balance on any shot. And if you watch the video carefully, you'll see me wobbling all the way up to the point of a split second before I actually shot the ball. If I didn't somehow get balanced on one left-hand leg, I probably would have missed or I would have screwed up the position. And this was my first position plan on to get on the 2 ball, but going around the 3 is a little bit dangerous, so I decided to kind of arch the cue ball and draw it off the right hand rail and back to the center of the table for the 2. Now, I don't have a good angle to get right on the 4 ball, especially with this 7 ball in a way. I could have gone 2 or 3 rails to get back on this 4 if that 7 wasn't in the way. So the original plan was to use this doorway between the 8 and the 9 to just drift the cue ball down table and get the right angle on the 4 ball. But I just don't have the... I could probably finesse the ball, but I don't want to play with it. I think a better idea is actually hit the 4 ball on the right hand side. You just have to make sure you hit it on the right side. If you hit it full, you're going to wind up playing safe because you're not going to have a shot on the 4 ball. And if you hit it on the left-hand side, you're looking at a scratch or at the very least getting a really, really tough position on the short side of the 4 ball. So a much better idea is to use a doorway between the 9 and the 7. The problem with that is you're coming very, very close to the 9 if your plan is to hit the 4. And that's what I choose to do, but I'm kind of holding my breath while I do it. Again, I'm using the doorway between the 9 and the 7 to get on the 5, and you have to put just a little bit left-hand English on it to steer it out of the pocket. This is a scratch shot. If you just put top on this, you're liable to scratch in the side because you have to get closer to the rail than you might think to get right on this 5 ball. And that's because the 8 is acting as a blocker. If you put too much left on this, you're going to bang into the 7 and you're going to be stuck probably with the bank if you can get around the 8 ball. There's a lot of ways to spin the cue ball when you're shooting a 5 to get right on the 7, and you can really finesse the hell out of it to get perfect position or try to get perfect position on the 7. But if you have a choice not to use English and to keep things simple, you should take it. So that's what I'm deciding to do, and I want to come up on the short side of the 7. And I want to be straight in. I come up short. I don't exactly get straight in. But that's what I was trying to do, to just roll up for the 8 ball and finish this game. So when I'm actually shooting the 7 ball, that I have to, well, I don't have to, but I decide to go all the way back up table and then back down a little bit to get right on the 8, because I know because of the angle on the 7, I'm going to get straight in if I don't spin the cue ball. I'm just using top to go up table and back down. And I wind up with a long shot on the 8, but it's straight in, and that's the agenda. I could draw the cue ball back a couple inches on the 8 to get perfect on the 9, but why push your luck? Just hit a stop shot and take the slight angle on the 9. And that's about it. You want to go ahead and watch it again, or have you had too much of this video already? I'm going to go ahead and roll it again with the music, and I'll put the graphics up there for the cue ball and what kind of English I'm using, exactly what kind of English I'm using on every single shot. Peace. Thanks for tuning in.